I would like to be a gigolo.
Oh, okay. that
But I think I'm a little bit old for that.
I've
missed that opportunity.
That's probably gone.
And people with money, which is what my business is all about, dreams and money. If you want a dream, you've got to pay for it. And here we are, and we're ready to take your money for your dream. Now, COVID was fantastic. Thank you, COVID. And you've got to understand that notaries in Italy are very different to notaries in America.
Right. What's different about it?
Well, they drive Gullwing cars. Italy is Italy. And
home. It's home now, right?
Well, I couldn't possibly go back to England and live there, but I do enjoy a pint down at one of those.
Umbria, land of medieval towns, historic fortresses, rolling hills, olive groves, vineyards, and somehow home to one of the most colorful real estate brokers you'll ever meet. Today we are catching up with James Stephens of IPN Castello, a man who sells homes with the energy of 3 espressos, the confidence of a showman, and the cheeky charm of a proper East London lad.
No, I'm So my name is James, and I own a estate agency called IPN Castello SRL. We're based in Umbria, which is in the centre of Italy. And I came here when I was 26 or 7 years old. I drove into Italy, and that was, I knew that that's where I wanted to be. So here we are. Since then, I've had 3 children, 3 boys, and with an Italian wife, and all of them work in the office. I've been selling houses here for about 35 years. This is, we're really selling people's dreams. We sell country homes with swimming pools and views to die for. And the most beautiful thing is that they come into a community of Italians that are really friendly. We're not in Naples, and we're not in Milan, or we're not in Rome, but the Italian countryside has a kind of, it has a magic to it where you can come and just fall in love. As far as the marketplace is concerned, you've got various types of buyers. You've got your kind of happy camper buyer, and you've got your very, very wealthy buyer. We tend to sort of leave the happy campers to go camping. We work on the people that, that are more serious. So, I have an amazing client list, great people. I mean, today I did have lunch with the manager of the Rolling Stones. I really did. A lot of people, they come on holiday and that's where they find their dream. So they come here, they spend a week with either their friends or they rent a house, and they realize that this is an amazing place.
James, let me ask you this. What would you say in the last maybe 5 years, how has the market changed?
So there was this period where it was difficult in the real estate market.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. It got better, but it got very slowly. And then there was other things like Brexit for the English. That was sort of like, nobody can go abroad anymore, and you need you need to be European, if not you're dead, and all this, which was all kind of like a bit crazy. Then COVID.
Right.
Now COVID was fantastic. Thank you, COVID.
Really? How come?
Because everybody that was, in a 3-bedroom flat with their children locked in for 3 months started to realize that they used to love their children, but not so much now. And, they would try and throw the ball over the balcony so the dog would follow it. It all got very, very, very pressurized, and they realised that all their money was in the bank. They'd lost their grandparents, they'd lost probably family from COVID, and they realised that they didn't have very much grass or freedom around them. So they all opened up and thought, we need an escape route. You know, we need somewhere where, and why are we sitting on our money? So then, when the aeroplanes started to re-arrive, because they actually stopped flights to everywhere, as you all know, it went bananas. You know, so everyone was coming here looking for a house, and it took off. And fortunately, I was stuck at home with my children, my 3 boys who work here now, and we, because we were a family, were able to come and rebuild our office, which I took a much bigger office as a risk, thinking either I've just spent all my money and we'll, you know, have to throw spiders at the wall for children that crawl down in a marketplace or whatever, or I've got it right. Unfortunately, I got it right.
So would you say you have Germans, you have
We have
British
Germans,
people?
Belgians, Dutch, English, Australians, really strong with Australian. We
How
have
about
the
Americans?
And Americans. We do have Americans. I've always dealt with Americans.
Okay.
And, you know, they right now you've got this, I think, and I don't know this because I'm not American, as you may have noticed.
Where are you from? What part of England?
I was born in London, in Lambeth, in the East End, you know, where all the gangsters were. But the American market is big, you know, and people with money, which is what my business is all about, you know, dreams and money. I mean, if you want a lovely 4-bedroom stone restored house with a spectacular view, a hectare of land, a swimming pool, and all the, you know, lovely garden, and it's all nice. You might need to renew a bathroom or change your kitchen because everybody wants their own kitchen rather than. Then you're looking at, you know, you're looking at 800,000 to 1.4 million euros. So the Italians, the great thing about the Italians is that you cannot build on agricultural land. So you can buy a house, you can go away for a year, you can come back, and you know that you will not be looking in someone's toilet window, you know, that have built a house in front of you on agricultural land. That's you know, quite an unusual thing, because in other countries, you buy a piece of land, you can build on it. You know, it's sort of.
What is agricultural land?
It's woodland, pasture, fields, any land, you know, that is agricultural or not. You know, if it's not, if it doesn't have permission, if it doesn't have a building on it, you can't build on it.
Someone said to me, you have to have something already, like even if it's ruined.
Yes. If you buy a ruin, then you can take it down, and you can build a house. Right. You're gonna need to know what type of house you can build, because you may not be able to build a certain thing, and it can only be a certain height. But it can be bigger than what the footprint of the old building was.
Okay.
So, you know, there's all these opportunities that you can take. They're not cheap. I mean, building here is actually quite expensive. It's all to do with rocks and stones and not.
I guess permissions, right? It's like permits.
Yeah, you know, the bureaucracy of Italy is.
That story
is fantastic, really. You know, I mean, it's you know, it's a major game. So you need to get a technician that is smart, recommended, you know, and good, and they can get you around it.
Tell us a little bit about the real estate taxes.
So if you bought a house for $500,000, you would pay 9% purchase tax on that house. It could actually be more because the house would be so much and the land is actually 15%, not 9% on the sale price of the land. If you become a resident or you declare that you're going to become a resident after 18 months after you sign at the notaries, which is another thing, you know, the notaries are amazing, then you pay 2%. So 2% on 300 is piffle, really, you know, it's not big.
Is it changing with the value, like 300,000 is one price, or the 1 million, 2 million euro, it's a different rate, no?
No, well, yeah, the only thing is if you have a certain amount of volume and you have a tennis court, and you have a swimming pool and, you know, and all these luxury bits and pieces, then it becomes a luxury house that you cannot take the 2% on. So you pay the 9%, but again, on its rateable value, not on its sale value. So it's still much cheaper than, you know, if you buy a house for 8 million, I mean, I know that the value of that particular property of 8 million, your taxes are something like 67,000 euros, which is very good. Plus, if you're a resident, there is no rates to pay every year, or it's 3,000 euros a year. You know,
A year.
You're not going to get much more than that, to be honest.
It's on 1 million, for instance, right? On 1 million?
1 million is 2,000 euros a year.
I see. Are there any other like hidden fees, like
Your
some
rubbish
sort of-
tax,
What is it?
it's about 400 euros a year.
What struck me is something completely strange and interesting. In the US, we have a broker for the seller and broker for the buyer.
Yeah,
Here, it's
you have one.
one. How is it not it's a strange situation to me.
Well, you see,
Can you please-
now this is a question that I get asked.
Right.
And, you know, so
Tell us.
we are in a business here where we have somebody coming in with a sensitive requirement. So being an agent, you put the two people together and you manage a sale. And you do it fairly and you find a medium between the two where everybody is happy and it works.
The buyer.
I represent both interests.
Is it common? Is it like only working like that, or what's the percentage? Like all the sales in Umbria are done by one agent? Like I kind of want to know the situation.
No, the agencies, this also gives the possibility for agencies to share.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're only getting from one end, you can't share. You know, there's nothing to share. So here we can, you know, I have agents that I deal with, and agents that list my houses and I list their houses.
Okay.
We share voluntarily and you know, because I know that they're all good people.
What's the percentage?
It's 3 and 3 is the legal limit.
When you sign
Plus
the
VAT.
purchase, what are the fees? Like you pay to the notary, you pay to the
We pay the agency.
county, or how does it work?
You pay you basically have two fees. You have the agency and you have the notary, and the notary includes your taxes and everything else.
What is the fee about? Is it percentage or like flat fee?
It's for a house of $1 million, it's 3,500 euros for the notary. He gives you clean title. And
Okay.
you've got to understand that notaries in Italy are very different to notaries in America,
Right.
very different to notaries in most countries, to be honest.
What's different about it?
Well, they drive Gullwing cars.
Okay.
They've done like 4 years more than a lawyer, you know, in studying. Most of them are family of other notaries, you know, so they've learnt from their father and their family.
So they are already lawyers, and on top of it,
On top.
Okay.
You can't just sort of become a lawyer and then 10 years later decide to be a notary.
Okay.
You do the notary course, you know. So they're actually very special people.
What would you do if you were not in real estate? What's your ideal job or passion? Or if you think you will retire, would you do anything different? What would you change?
Well, I'm a little bit old for that question,
Oh, come on.
but I would like to be a gigolo,
Oh, okay. that
but I think I'm a
probably-
little bit old for
that
that.
probably
I've missed that opportunity.
That's probably gone.
So I'll probably just sort of hang around my office in my wheelchair as I've got 3 boys here. This is.
Continuity.
I think my estate agency will be my grave.
I mean, not great, but it's
Well,
great, yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.